Hello and welcome to another video about the Philippines. Today we're going to be talking about a few news stories I found online that many of you may be interested in. So let's get into it. Over to the Inquirer.net. PH Philippine airports on high alert after emailed bomb threat. Airline passengers may have to bear with longer queues and more rigorous pat-downs. Luggage checks after airports across the country were placed on high alert on Friday due to a bomb threats received by aviation authorities. Jumping over to Philstar Global, 2.19 billion shabu concealed in beef jerky from Mexico intercepted. At least 323.18 kilos of methamphetamine hydrochloride or shabu worth 2.19 billion pesos were discovered on October 4th at the Manila International Container Port, Philippine National Police reported. The illegal drugs were stuffed in more than 1,000 packs of beef jerky and were wrapped in carbon paper to avoid detection. So if you have ordered some beef jerky online, it may be delayed a bit. The lethal dose of meth is around 200 milligrams, so what was caught is enough to kill 25 million Filipinos all at once. This is serious accomplishment on the part of the BOC. The shipment in Subic was caught hidden in tea bags. This was a different one that they found a while back. Raps-eyed versus uploader of traffic jam video. Police are eyeing criminal complaints against a man suspected to be responsible for a video that showed motorists at a standstill along Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City, allegedly due to the convoy of Vice President Sara Duterte. They identified the person as a staunch critic of Duterte based on his Facebook posts. We are baffled why he was in the middle of the road and trying to agitate motorists. GNO said they are eyeing a cybercrime complaint against Munar, but clarified that an investigation is ongoing. Be careful what you upload to social media. Jumping over to the Forex dollar rate, peso dollar rate, they've also got many other currencies listed here as well, currently at 56.62. And I will tell you, when I came here first in 2015, it was 48.5. So quite a difference, makes a big difference, but inflation pretty much eats up all that extra conversion factor. Jumping over to the Sun Star, Cebu, light haze alert in Metro Cebu. And I will tell you that I've been living in Cebu City area for a little over 8 years, and 3 different trips, and this year I have seen much more haze than I have in any other year. Now, there was one year, late 2015 or 2016, where I noticed what some called haze, and I said, no, that's not haze, that is smoke. Where's the smoke coming from? The expert said, no, it's not smoke. The smoke from the fires every year, pretty much down Borneo and Indonesia, Malaysia area, they burn off a lot of the peat, some of the crops and such, and there's a lot of smoke, creates a lot of smoke, burning all that land. Probably part of it where they're planning on planting palm trees for palm oil, I believe. And anyway, I said, no, it's smoke, it's not haze. And anyway, a couple months later, the expert said, Rod was right. That is smoke, and it's coming all the way from Indonesia, Borneo, Malaysia type areas. The public, especially those belonging to sensitive group. Now, are you the sensitive type of person? Doesn't really say what that is, but are advised to stay indoors and wear appropriate masks. What would be an appropriate mask? Doesn't say what an appropriate mask is. Anyway, saying the presence of light haze in Metro Cebu has been confirmed by the Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, PAGASA. Those are the initials. Cebu Bohol councilor shot dead. This is election season in the Philippines, and one thing that is becomes more common is people running for office sometimes don't make it to the election. Two public officials from Cebu and Bohol have been shot dead in as many days. One of them was a candidate in the October 30th barangay, and I'm not going to try to pronounce that, elections. Uh, this guy, 60 years old, was running for barangay captain, and I'm not over in Balamban town. It's over on the west side of Cebu Island when he was killed on Thursday, October 5th. In Bohol, this counselor was fatally shot by riding in tandem assailants, which means two guys on a motorbike, along the national highway in the municipality's barangay Kangawa. In the Cebu incident, Pacquiao, not the boxer, was driving a motorcycle when he was shot by a gunman on a motorcycle on the national highway. Police said they had identified the suspects in his murder. Uh, Police Lieutenant Colonel, Chief of Balamban Police Station, said the perpetrators were hired guns who had records at the station, including outstanding arrest warrants, and were only residing nearby. These suspects have been identified and they have pending warrants. Haif said they are looking at politics or personal grudge as the possible motive for the killing. It was alleged that Pacquiao got into an argument with someone last month due to a land dispute. Land disputes are a big thing here. I think I've been seeing, I read a lot of the Philippine news from Manila, from Cebu, from other islands. I think here during the election seasons, I read these types of things. Somebody running for office being shot at least once or twice a week, I think. And I know a few years ago, the headlines after election said, well, we did pretty good. There were only 32, I believe, killings related to the elections, and they thought that was pretty good. Now, at the same time, we're talking about crime. I want to address a comment I had on one of my previous videos about it being safe in the Philippines for tourists and foreigners and expats. And somebody commented, according to statistics, the Philippines has a very high crime rate, higher than the USA. And well, we all know. Let's get real about this. We all know that there are good areas and much more safe areas and much more dangerous areas in the U.S., any place in the world. My observation and over the last 8 years has been that almost all crime here in the Philippines is either politics related, it's Filipino on Filipino, it's related to politics. You've got a lot of families and clans and tribes that kind of control certain areas. I read a opinion piece quite some time ago about the various families that control the politics in various regions. And when a newcomer tries to move in, they aren't very welcome at all in some instances. So fortunately, we don't have that too much in the U.S. But, with the divided United States of America, it may come to that one day. I will continue to say that the Philippines is one of the safest places in the world for tourists, for foreigners, for expats. Of course, there again, you need to be aware of your surroundings and don't go looking for trouble. Don't get into confrontations. Don't start trouble. Walk away from it. Now it's about 11 a.m. on Saturday here in the Philippines, and we are getting was sunny this morning, and now we're getting a pretty good rain shower coming down here, and here for at least a week or longer. Like every day, we get once or twice a day. We get a pretty hard rain shower, and will cause some flooding on some of the streets. And if you're traveling by taxi or car or van, it's going to slow traffic up, of course. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe, safe travels wherever you are, and we'll see you next time.